give us an update on the ground, we have One News Cebu desk, Dale Israel. Dale, tell us how massive is the devastation from Tino?
Gabi says from the 18 fatalities or 18 people that have been reported dead due to the impact of Typhoon Tino. 6 of them are actually from Cebu province and 5 from Danao City and 1 from Mandaue City following the widespread flooding brought about by the storm. Meanwhile, 12 individuals also remain missing in Villa del Rio in Barangay Bakayan in Cebu City. That's according to Mayor Nestor Archival. There is a strong possibility that they did not survive, according to him, and search operations now continue in nearby rivers and coastal areas for their bodies. Many areas in Cebu City still have no electricity too, and also here and in many parts of the province. It actually started around, the rain started around 4 a.m. when we felt the wrath of Tino while most of us are asleep. We can hear the creaking sounds of GI sheets, and by 5 a.m. after an hour we heard reports already that there are flooding in different areas here in Metro Cebu, and that was also the time when the power started to shut down here in the city and the wind started to subside by around 7 a.m. Says.
So Dale, tell us how badly was the rainfall and its effect on the residents in Lapu-Lapu and Cebu, because we understand that 183 millimeters of rain, or almost a month and a half's worth of normal rainfall, was dumped, over several days? Is this the first time you've seen this much rainfall?
It's actually the first time that a storm this type of storm happened and brought also heavy rains because just like in the Typhoon Odette, that's the most destructive typhoon we had. That's in 2021. There is only a few rains and all wind. Now this time we have we have winds and heavy rains, so most people are anticipating just wind, and that is what actually is being expected by many. But what happened actually was there's a lot of wind and there's a lot of rain also, and that's why people did not expect that much rain and did not expect flooding to happen. Says.
So flooding is unusual, this much flooding, or is it a perennial problem in Cebu?
It's a perennial problem in Cebu actually, but widespread flooding like that, which the flooding happened between 5 a.m. and it subsided only at around 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. That's very long for a flooding in Cebu, because what we have here is flash floods, and after the rain, usually the flooding subsides with the rain. So that's something very, very unusual from what happened here in Cebu. So widespread flooding has also been happening in Liloan, in Mandaue City, in Talisay City also, and Consolacion and Danao City, and in Compostela, where several families actually remain stranded and unable to leave their homes. In Liloan, for example, there is an unfinished flood control project where the water actually found its way to the communities when it should have been directed to the seas. Says.
Dale, did it come with heavy mud flow or just water?
In some areas, here in the city, for example, in Barangay Bakayan in Del Rio, it's mud and brown color of water with brown color, and so there's much of mud and water in there, and also in other parts of the area, like in Liloan, there is also muddy water, all in these flood-stricken areas also.
So aside from the water, mud has to be cleaned out of the homes of residents there?
That's right. They have to, not the people, what the residents are doing now is actually cleaning up the houses after the flood waters subside. Now they have to clean the mud that have come with the water. Actually, they have to do that. They have to clean now the mud.
Tell us about the power and communications in the province.
Power outages has also been reported, Sas, in multiple areas. That's including in the province. It's in Bantayan, Tabogon, Compostela, Santa Fe, Tudela, Bourbon, Sogod, and also Bogo City and Midillian and Dan Bantayan and other areas also. The Visayan Electric has also already announced actually that it will be restoring areas with little damage by 3 p.m. This afternoon, and now here at the capital, we're experiencing that restoration. We are powered now here with power from the Visayan Electric, but a lot of a wide number of those with Visayan Electric are still not powered yet, and a lot of areas here in Metro Cebu are still unpowered, and that means they have heavy damage brought about, especially by the posts and transformers that are that we actually heard transformers blown by before power actually shut down. Seth.
All right, so Dale, also, Cebu is still reeling from that powerful quake that just occurred several weeks ago. What help is the local government giving to residents who are going to, through the trauma or trauma after trauma, if I may put it that way?
Actually, says there is an intervention or a social intervention being done by sending psychologists and social workers and medical doctors that happened last week. Actually, at wherein there are volunteers from the University of the Philippines, Cebu, and USC and USJR who are sending volunteers, psychologists to the earthquake-stricken towns and cities. They're helping actually. They're talking to the victims and talking to them, and also there are also other 40 or 45 of these are from Cebu City government. They're also sending out their own help to talk to the victims of the earthquake.
All right, we thank you for your updates. Dale Israel there reporting live from Cebu City.